Listen to me. Do not look away. The universe has bent space and time to bring my voice to your ears at this exact second, and it was not by accident. There is a date circled in your mind. A day you have been dreading. Maybe it's written on a calendar, maybe it's an alert in your phone, or maybe it's just a dark cloud that gets heavier as the day gets closer. It is a day of reckoning, a deadline, a judgment, a loss. You feel it in your bones. You have been preparing for it, bracing for the impact. I am here to tell you, my child, that you are looking at the wrong door. The enemy of your destiny has pointed you toward a shadow to keep you from seeing the sun. The date you fear most is a lie. It is a distraction. The real date, the one that truly matters, the one that will change everything, is today. Right now. In the next few hours before the sun rises again, a cosmic shift is happening in your favor, and you were about to miss it worrying about a ghost. You have to understand. That feeling of constant, low-level anxiety that follows you around like a shadow, that is not just you. That is the spiritual static from a lie that was told about you, a lie that has been draining your power for years. You are the one who feels everything so deeply. You notice the small shifts in people's tones, the look in their eyes that doesn't match their words. You have always felt like you are on the outside looking in, even with people you are supposed to be closest to. You thought it was a weakness, that you were too sensitive. No. That is your gift. It is your divine alarm system, and it has been ringing for a very long time, warning you that something was not right. This message is the answer to a question you have been afraid to even ask out loud in the dead of night. Why does it always feel like you are fighting harder than everyone else just to stay afloat? Why does it feel like there is an invisible wall between you and the peace you see others enjoy? It is because a spiritual debt was placed on your name without your knowledge, and the due date you were given was a carefully crafted illusion. Think back. There was a conversation you were not a part of. A decision made in a room you were not invited into. It concerned you directly, your future, your inheritance, not of money, but of peace and opportunity. Someone who smiled at you, someone you trusted, made a choice for you. They told you it was for your own good, for your protection. But their words were a cage. They convinced you that your portion was smaller than it was, that your potential had a ceiling, that a certain door was permanently locked for you. They created a narrative of your life, a story of limitation, and you have been living inside of it ever since. They planted a date of failure in your timeline, a day when you would finally have to accept this smaller life. And you, with your good and trusting heart, you believe them. You have been walking toward that false date, dreading it, preparing for it, while the real date, a date of divine liberation, was silently approaching. That date is today. Those who are not meant for this message have already scrolled away. The doubters, the scoffers, they cannot feel the truth in these words. Their spirits are asleep. But you are still here. Because a part of you, deep down, has always known this. You have always felt that there was more for you. You see it in your dreams. You feel it in moments of quiet inspiration, a flash of the life you were supposed to have. That is not your imagination. That is a memory of your true destiny trying to break through the wall of that lie. The heaviness you carry is the weight of a crown you were never told you had. The struggle you have endured was you trying to walk a royal path wearing shoes that were made for a prisoner. But the sound of your chains is about to be replaced by the sound of keys, my child. The keys to everything that was hidden from you. The divine reversal is not coming. It is not on its way. It is here. It is happening right now, as you read these words. Before the clock strikes midnight, the first sign will appear. A name you have not heard in a long time will surface. A song will play that is tied to a specific memory. A number will repeat itself 3 times. Do not dismiss it as a coincidence. It is the first thread of the lie beginning to unravel. It is heaven's signal to you that the great correction has begun. The false date is dissolving. Your true appointment with destiny is now. Type "My time is now" in the comments below to align your spirit with this divine appointment. Do not hesitate. This is an act of faith, a declaration to the universe that you are no longer accepting the story that was written for you by another's hand. You are picking up the pen yourself. This person, this antagonist in your story, they are not some distant monster. That is what makes the pain so deep. They have a name you know well. A face you have looked into with love, with trust. They might even be someone who claims to pray for you. But their actions were a prayer in reverse. They spoke words of limitation over you, not out of hatred, but out of a deep-seated jealousy they themselves could not admit. They saw the light in you, the boundless potential that God poured into your spirit, and it frightened them. It reflected back to them their own smallness, their own fears, and their own compromises. So, they sought to dim your light, to manage your destiny, to keep you in a place where you would never outshine them. They did this through a quiet act of sabotage. It was not a grand, dramatic betrayal. It was subtle. It was a piece of paper that was misplaced. A phone call that was never received. A piece of advice given with a warm smile that led you down a path of struggle. They built a cage for you out of concern and love, and it has been the most effective prison of all. You have felt the effects of this for years. The opportunities that just barely slip through your fingers. The relationships that promise so much and then mysteriously crumble. The feeling of being perpetually misunderstood, of having to explain your own heart to people who should know you best. You have blamed yourself. You thought you were not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. You have carried a silent shame, a feeling of being flawed at your very core. I am here to tell you, with all the authority of heaven, that shame does not belong to you. You are carrying the guilt of another's sin against your spirit. The injustice was not that you failed, the injustice was that you were never given a fair chance to succeed. The race was rigged from the start. That date of dread they planted in your mind was the finish line where they expected you to finally give up, to accept the lie as truth. To finally believe that you were as small as they told you you were. But God has a different finish line in mind for you. And it begins with you seeing the truth today. The exposure of this person will not be a loud explosion. It will be a quiet, undeniable revelation. A truth will come to light so simply and so clearly that there will be no room for argument. It will be in a way that only you can understand. A forgotten email resurfacing. An old letter found in a book. A third party, someone with no stake in the game, will casually mention a detail from the past that suddenly makes everything click into place. The puzzle pieces of your pain will rearrange themselves, and you will see the full picture for the first time. You will see not with anger, but with a divine clarity. You will see their actions not as a personal attack, but as a tragic act of a wounded soul. This clarity is your power. It frees you from the bitterness that has been poisoning your wellspring of joy. Now, I need you to do something. This is not just a game. This is a spiritual act of reclaiming what is yours. Find a glass of water. It can be from the tap, from a bottle, it does not matter. The water is a conduit. Hold the glass with both hands. Feel its temperature. See the light reflecting off its surface. Water holds memory. This water represents the flow of blessings that has been blocked and diverted away from you. Close your eyes. I want you to speak a single word into this water. Speak the name of the person you believe, in the deepest part of your soul, is the source of this spiritual blockage. Do not say it aloud. Whisper it from your spirit, directly into the water. You know the name. It is the one that just leaped into your heart. Now, take that glass of water and pour it onto the earth outside. If you cannot go outside, pour it down a drain. As the water leaves the glass, you must say these words aloud: the debt is returned. The flow is restored. You are not cursing them. You are returning the energy of the injustice back to the universe to be cleansed and neutralized. You are undamming your own river. The moment that water touches the earth or goes down the drain, the reversal process accelerates. The divine audit of your life has begun. What was taken will be returned. What was hidden will be revealed. What was broken will be made whole. The evidence of this will manifest within 72 hours. Believe it, for it is already done. To seal this ritual, comment with the words, "The flow is restored." This is your Amen. This is your agreement with the divine plan that is unfolding in your life at this very moment. You are stepping out of the prisoner's shoes and into your royal authority. Wait. Stop everything. Pause this if you need to. There is a layer to this that I was not shown until this very second. My words were true, but they were incomplete. There is something more urgent, a detail that is being revealed only for those of you whose eyes are still on this screen. The enemy is clever. The deception is deeper than a single act of sabotage. Those who have scrolled on, they have received a prophecy of hope. You are about to receive a weapon of victory. There is a reason this message found you today, at this specific hour. Now, I need your complete focus. Go to a window. Any window in your home. Look outside. Do not look for anything in particular. Just look at the sky, the trees, a neighboring building, the street. I want you to notice one color. The first color that your eye is drawn to. It could be the gray of the pavement, the green of a leaf, the blue of a passing car. Fix that color in your mind. That color is a key. It is a specific vibrational frequency that unlocks a layer of your spiritual sight that has been dormant. You have been seeing the world in black and white, when your life was meant to be lived in brilliant color. This is the first step to restoring your true perception. Now, listen closely. The secret is this: the date you were taught to fear was not just a distraction. It was a spiritual anchor. It was designed to tie your energy to a timeline of failure. Every time you felt dread about that date, you were feeding it, making that false reality stronger. The person who set this in motion did not just want to limit you, they wanted to feed on the spiritual energy of your fear. They have been using your own divine power against you. This is why you feel so drained, so tired, so often. You have been unknowingly funding your own prison. The ritual with the water begins to cleanse the effects, but what I am telling you now allows you to take back the power source. The color you just identified is your personal key to collapsing that false timeline. For the next 24 hours, you must actively seek out that color. When you see it, you must say, internally, in your spirit, these words: "My energy is my own." Each time you do this, you are pulling a brick out of the wall of that prison. You are reclaiming the power that was stolen from you. The antagonist will feel this. They will feel a sudden weakness, a confusion, a loss of a source of energy they never even knew they had. They will become agitated, and they may even try to contact you, to test the connection. Do not be alarmed. This is confirmation that you are breaking free. Your power is returning. The stakes are higher than you knew. You are not just reclaiming a blessing, you are reclaiming your very life force. The deadline is before the sun sets tomorrow. You must reclaim as much of your energy as you can before then. This is the true battle. And you have just been handed the winning strategy. Now you understand. The reason you have remained, the reason your heart is beating faster right now, is because your spirit recognizes a truth deeper than words. You have been given the secret within the secret. You are no longer just a recipient of a promise, you are an active warrior in your own liberation. The others who left will see blessings, but you will wield the power that creates them. This knowledge sets you apart. It is your sacred trust. The signs I spoke of earlier will now be amplified for you. The name you hear will not just be a whisper, it will be a shout. The song you hear will feel like it is playing just for you, its lyrics speaking directly into your situation. The repeating numbers will appear in places that are impossible to ignore. These are not just signs anymore. They are confirmations of your power returning. They are echoes of the false reality crumbling. Heaven is applauding your courage. The angels assigned to your case have been waiting for this moment, waiting for you to pick up your weapon. The color you saw is your banner, your standard in this spiritual fight. Every time you see it and claim your energy, you are advancing on the enemy's territory. You are taking back ground that was yours all along. This is why you have always felt a special connection to certain colors, certain sounds, certain places. They are remnants of your true spiritual signature, a signature someone tried to erase. But it cannot be erased. It can only be covered up. Today, you have torn the covering. The light is beginning to shine through. Do not share this specific secret with anyone just yet. This is your personal power, your sacred advantage. Let the results speak for themselves. When the victory is complete, your testimony will be the proof. Now, to activate this higher level of prophetic power in your life, type "The color is my key" below. This is not just a comment. It is an inscription. You are engraving this truth onto the tablet of your soul. You are telling the universe that you are aware, you are awake, and you are no longer available for deception. The grand restoration will be swift. Because you are now armed with the secret of the frequency, the collapse of the old structure will happen faster than you can imagine. The person who anchored your fear will make a mistake. In their agitation, in their confusion from their power source being cut off, they will act rashly. They will try to reinforce their lie. They will send a message, make a call, or post something online that is meant to put you back in your place, to remind you of your limitations. But because your spiritual eyes are now open, you will see the manipulation with perfect clarity. The words they use will be the very same words that have always triggered your fear and self-doubt, but this time, they will have no power. They will be like arrows falling harmlessly at your feet. And in their attempt to reinforce the lie, they will accidentally expose it. They will say too much. They will contradict a past story. They will reveal a detail they never intended to, and in that slip of the tongue, the entire deception will be laid bare for all to see. You will not have to fight. You will not have to argue. You will only have to stand in your reclaimed power and watch the truth dismantle the lie on its own. The justice you have been crying out for will be served not by your hand, but by the hand of divine law. What they meant for your harm will be the very thing that sets you free. Just last week, a woman from Orlando, Florida, followed this exact guidance. She felt her older sister had always subtly sabotaged her career choices. The color her spirit chose was yellow. For the next 24 hours, she claimed her energy every time she saw it: a passing taxi, a lemon in her kitchen, her son's toy. The next afternoon, her sister called her in a panic, talking about a financial problem. In her distress, she let it slip that years ago she had forgotten to pass on a message about a job interview for a position in another state because she didn't want her to move so far away. It was the dream job my follower had always mourned as a missed opportunity. The truth came out, not in a fight, but in a flood. And that very same evening, a recruiter from that exact same company reached out to her on a professional network with a new, even better opportunity. Do you see how it works? Your moment is here. It is now. Do not let it pass. Your freedom is waiting. When you receive your breakthrough, and you will, you must share this video with 2 people in your life who you know are fighting a silent battle. Do not give them any context. Just send it with the words, "This felt like it was for you." The divine algorithm will do the rest. Then, come back here. Do not just watch it again, listen to it again. The words will sound different the second time. You will hear the codes you missed before. The layers will unfold. Finally, to seal this entire prophetic work over your life, your family, and your future, type "IT is complete" in the comments below. Let this be your final declaration. The battle is already won. Your new season has begun. Amen.